Hello y'all, welcome to part 4 of my Kingdom of Poland PS Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux. In part 3, Serbia declared war on Hungary, who we were guaranteeing, and Serbia is a member of the Moscow Accord, so they pulled all their allies into the conflict with them, so we ended up invading Romania, Bulgaria, as well as Serbia, all the Balkan members of the Moscow Accord, more or less. And then we had to invade Russia, which we are in the process of doing right now. We have taken, say, St. Petersburg has fallen, Novgorod has fallen, Moscow has fallen, and the Russian Empire is just not having a fun time. Also, at this point, the Reichspakt faction, led by the German Empire, is fighting the Third Internationale, which consists of, at this time, let me check, the French national state and several countries in West Africa. Also the Union of Britain and I think Iceland. I think that's right. But yeah, that's the current wars going on right now. We're mostly involved in. Besides that, there's also this big continent-spanning conflict in Asia at this time. It's mostly taking place in China, but if we look at the faction map, you have the Reichspakt fighting in Indochina and Burma against the Brotherhood of Eurasia. Then the Brotherhood of Eurasia is fighting East Turkestan and the Chinese United Front, and then there is the Fengtian government pushing into China with the Co-Prosperity Spear, led by the Empire of Japan. So a lot of chaos in warlord-era China. Genghis Khan II is out to get everyone with his great Mongol Empire, essentially. And Burma, who is a member of the Reichspakt, it is a kingdom, it's just trying to survive. They went to war with so many countries, I don't know why they decided to do it, it's just bad for them. And we have some military factories. Let's start making more. What do we need? More supply, more support equipment. I need some more steel. Germany, my main steel supplier, give me more. We give up so many factories for this. At least we're taking all the factories from the Russian Empire as we advance forward. The Russian Empire, led by Peter IV Wrangel, well, their new czar in this timeline, in this playthrough, he has been forced to have his capital be Yekaterinburg since Moscow and St. Petersburg has fallen, so let's continue the offensive now. That will hopefully see Poland and the Eastern European members of the Reichspakt, Ukraine, Right Ruthenia, Finland, the United Baltic Duchy, and with Lithuania, hopefully we will succeed over the Russian Empire. Then we'll have to decide what we will do next. Also, Norway is part of the Moscow Accord, I believe, and Sweden is mostly doing all the fighting when it comes to them. They're winning at this point in part 3, it was pretty back and forth, but I think Sweden has firmly established they will be the victor now in Scandinavia on that front of the Reichspakt Moscow Accord War. I need more soldiers, but I also don't have enough. I need more infantry equipment. I also need what do I need? I need garrison support, but I can't get it. So, do you want to be useful here? White Ruthenia? No. Ukraine? No. Okay, Ukraine will give us some garrison support. Thank you, Ukraine. Thank you, Leo Stefan I, the King of Ukraine. Now, Lithuania, United Baltic Duchy? Maybe you want to? No. We gotta keep asking around. German Empire, they say no. We can ask for control of states. Let me ask for some control of states from White Ruthenia. Ask for control of state. Give me this. Give me Smolensk, actually. They said no. Oh well, we tried. Let me ask for some territory from the Finns, who are pushing into Murmansk now. I think they are anyway. Ask for control of state. Give me this place here. They said no. Whatever. We don't need to ask for any more states anyway. Just keep pushing to Arkhangelsk and any other valuable Russian cities we need to capture. Here are some Lend-Lease from Hungary. Thank you, Hungary. And here is some infantry equipment. I think we captured another military factory. So we're going to start making some more weapons here. Defeat these Russian troops right up ahead, and we are on a very wide front. A very wide front at this point. We have to go to our national focus tree now, so let's do that. Which focus do we do, I wonder? Let's go ahead and start doing the focus. Let's do Warsaw Glona Railway Station to get more infrastructure in Lublin. I think that's how you say it, Lublin. Start this. That will take 56 days to complete. That is done. Research slot available. Let's start researching. Research. It's 1940, so let's get the latest fighter tech For Poland, we need more advanced fighters. We don't have a very large air force, but it would probably help to have an advanced one, regardless. Doctrines available, naval doctrine, whatever. Let's do convoy interdiction. We're doing the trade interdiction doctrine. It doesn't really matter what we do. We don't have much of a navy. The only dockyards we control are dockyards we captured from the Romanians and Bulgarians, and maybe Russia. Can you give me some garrison support? Greece, Hellenic Republic? No, they say no. Sad. I need some kind of garrison support. Nobody can give it to me. So how is resistance doing? How bad is it now? Occupied territories. I mean, it could be worse. Bulgaria and Romania. Yeah, Russian Empire. That's going to be a problem to occupy for sure. That is a big issue. Is West Ukraine a country in this? I didn't know that West Ukraine could be a country. Interesting. And Kaiserredux or Kaiserreich. Fongtian government gives us some lend-lease. Thank you. Chinese warlord who's trying to take over China. Just got to keep advancing here. How many divisions does Russia have left, I wonder? They have 77 to 132. We have 56. And we nearly have the same amount of factories as the Russians do. Meanwhile, what is it? Meanwhile, I'm trying to think here. We're going to have to fight the Great Mongol Empire once we get to Japan. I mean, China, that's for sure. Also, Shanxi. Why does the Chinese United Front have so many major members? Whatever. So, we just need to beat the Russians. That's all I can say. We encircled a lot of their units in Part 3, but it's Russia, so they have tons of manpower to fall back on. Fortunately, we have tons of allies, so that is helping. And right now, we need to take care of this frontier, but we can't really do anything because Russia has their armored division stuck in Murmansk. Well, they're not really stuck, but they might soon be. I don't know. If we can take Arkhangelask, they will be stuck. Let's keep them stuck then, or try to. Never mind. That's not going to pan out. I may need to decrease the size of the front line. Actually, no, that might be a bad idea. Could be a bad idea. Just keep pushing forward. Select a technology to research. Let's start researching, I don't know, research Concentrated Industry 4, even though it's meant for 1941, and Belgium canceled their lend-lease with us. And how is Germany doing in France? They've taken Paris, as we have taken Moscow. They took Paris in Part 3, I believe, of this playthrough, so now they're just making their way through France. They're still going to have to fight the Union of Great Britain, the Union of Britain, but the Germans have a massive navy, so they shouldn't have any problems with that. And I've also noticed the Belgians are invading Iceland. The Union of Iceland is a member of the Third Internationale. However, they don't really seem to have much of an army. If they do have an army, it's not in Iceland. That's all I can say. I never thought I would see Belgium controlling Iceland, but here we are. That is what's going down there. And Finland is trying to advance here. We're just holding our ground at this time. With these, 6 divisions? Yes, 6 divisions of Army 1 are there. Take this city. Take that port. That's good. The Russians are now effectively stuck where they are. And the Abyssinian Empire declared war on Eritrea. The Russian troops are stuck in Romanov, whatever it says. Eritrea revolted. That's in Africa. In East Africa, to be more precise. It's right over here. Right here, there we are. I think that's the son of the king, isn't it? Yeah. Haile Selassie, then this is his son. I believe it is, anyway. Maybe it's a father-son dispute. I guess it is. Going back to the front with Russia, making slow and steady progress, I guess. And this land is being occupied by Finland for some reason. I don't know why. It just is. Can we give us the states we fought for? They say no. Whatever, you can occupy it then. You do you. I hope we have the most war score out of fighting the Russians for the Moscow Accord. We occupied a majority of its land. Land doctrine. Let's now unlock forward observers. And we're getting through the superior firepower shock and awe tree. Well, part of the tree anyway. Just keep advancing. We're going to get close to Zarsitin. It's right over here. We've got to capture that city. It has a lot of victory point value. I believe that is Stalingrad from our timeline, because it was Zarsitin, then it was renamed Stalingrad, because obviously the Bolsheviks didn't want a city named after a czar in their country. So, oh no, that's a lot of soldiers. Forget this then. Forget that offensive. Just hang out outside the city. We'll take the city in a little bit. Not right now though. And we have another factory under our control. Let's start making some more more support equipment, and we're going to get done with our focus. That will give us some more infrastructure. How many more? Okay, we only have so many more focuses left here. We can do for the industry of Poland. I think I'm going to go ahead and do contemporary assembly lines as soon as this railway station focus is complete, and that will give us a national spirit that will provide us with higher factory output and production efficiency. And I just love focuses that give us national spirits instead of, say, those focuses that you sometimes get. Well, sometimes focuses you can see in a focus tree that gives you a research bonus. National spirits, in my opinion, are much more useful. Keep pushing here. Have we encircled this one artillery division? It looks like we have. Destroyed them. This is the 94th. Artillery template 1. They're making artillery troops. I don't know why. They just are. Finland, you sure you don't want to give us that land? We're basically fighting for it all. The Abyssinian Empire defeated Eritrea. I guess the son couldn't beat the father in that situation. And I think I'm going to move these soldiers away from here. Finland's on their own, advancing at this point in Murmansk. And just move these soldiers to this front line. So get them attached to all this. And push more into Russian territory up here. Kingdom of Finland has to fight these guys. We have our own objectives to achieve. And we're still outside the city of Sarsathan at this point. And that's not going to fall anytime soon. I mean, we're getting close. We are close to it, but it's just going to be a problem to probably siege unless they move those divisions that were defending it away from the city. And I will say also in part 3, I didn't mention this earlier, but the Great Transcaucasian Socialist State devoured the Russian Liberation Committee in the North Caucasus alongside the Russian Empire. So you're wondering why there's such strange borders here. That's exactly why it happened. The Russian Liberation Committee they were part of the Reichspakt, and they left. Then it got destroyed by Russia and the Stalin, essentially. Push here, just keep advancing. Gotta take everything we can. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave Finland to fight these divisions. They can handle it. Even though I don't think the Finns have that many divisions up here. On the bright side, I think these troops are surrounded, or they're heavily affected by attrition. Keep pushing though. Look at all those green bubbles. That's what you like to see in a Hearts of Iron 4 game. So Sarsathan has a lot of troops protecting it, but we are right outside the city, and they are not going to stop us in the long term. And now we have military police researched. And I mean military police support company. So let's get the next upgrade for that to give us a higher suppression bonus for that support company. And what I'm going to do is add a military police company to my occupation unit to get a higher suppression bonus. As you can see, let me remove it real quick. Suppression is currently, for this division, it is 32.0, but with the military police, that will go up to 38.4. And let me also add some more cavalry here. And it just stacks overall, because I think, if I recall, it's just a general percentage bonus. I'll have to look into that briefly in a moment. So to keep adding cavalry, get max cav here. All the cavalry we will ever need. So let me check research for military police. Yeah, so suppression bonus plus 20%. And if you have a huge template with a lot of suppression already, it would just stack on top of that with a 20% bonus. So that would be very beneficial for dealing with occupation. And the reason why this template is just maximum, it's just maximum with no regards for combat width, is because this unit is not being deployed anyway. Just a division you won't see, just operates here. This is its realm of existence. That is it. We just had to worry about dealing with resistance. The problem is, though, we need guns for resistance. I don't have enough firearms for that, which is a problem. I can't get enough Lend-Lease either, so I can hope we can end this war with the Moscow Accords soon. Because if we can't stop them, if we can't win the war before resistance boils over, Romania, Serbia, Bulgaria, they will revolt against us. And can I get some garrison support from anyone? Cuba, you are part of the Entente. You want to, the Reichspakt help us out here? No garrison support from Cuba. Oh well. Does he have a unique sub-ideology, this guy does? Okay, never mind. How is the German advance going in France? They still got to push into Brittany. They've taken a lot of Normandy. They also got to push into I guess, Aquitaine, place like that. Somebody joined a faction. Is that Albania? Let me check here. Albania, our darkest days, final days of Europa. Albania got into a war with the Moscow Accord, and yeah, I don't know what I saw there. I just exited out of that event too quickly. So, I mean, that notification, I just didn't read it. So Sarsadin is not any closer to falling. They just have so many divisions there. We have taken a lot of cities, though, I would think, at this point. Let me check the war score. We just got to make our way to Yekaterinburg. 44% of their victory points. They need 20% or less. Keep pushing. Why do we get this land, but Finland doesn't? I don't get it. Here's some lend-lease from Greece, the Hellenic Republic. Thank you. White Ruthenia sends some stuff as well. Thank you. Czech Republic. Thank you. And it seems that the Kingdom of Finland is stuck in a stalemate with the Russian troops here in Murmansk. But on the bright side, since they're basically trapped here, these Russian divisions won't really threaten us as we advance. Why does the German Empire get that? It makes no sense. Okay, give me that land. Ask for control state. What are you doing? Give me this. They said yes. Thank you. I'm just asking for what I think Poland rightfully deserves for fighting so much for. We did all the fighting for. We might as well get the land. We got to keep advancing also. But yeah, these troops are just stuck up here. And on the bright side, that means those Russian divisions can't really be used in combat against us. So just keep them pinned down, Finland. And speaking of Finland, give us some land, please. Ask for control state. Give me the stuff we fought for. Come on. They gave us that place. We are having to deal with occupation and resistance for all the places we are captured. For all the places that are being handed over to us. So it's not like we aren't having to pay for anything here. We have to pay in equipment and in supplies constantly. Here's some stuff here. Ask for control state. They said no. Whatever. Another military factory under our control. Make some planes when possible. Where's our Air Force? We had them deployed here. I gotta move them around. Yeah, you can see just how far back the Polish Air Force is at this point, but it's also not very large, so let's at least deploy it so it can make some minuscule difference on the front line in the, I think this is the Transvolga air region. Can we get another air wing, please? A couple more bombers would be nice. Any close air support? I'll take 20 close air support planes. It's better than nothing. And Mexico is having a civil war, judging by that war declaration there. We have a close air support air wing established in Yaroslav. Deploy it, send it to Transvolga, and help with the push there. Just keep advancing. Good. Have we taken that city yet? We have not. I mean, we're about to take it, I think. Contemporary assembly lines has been researched. Somebody canceled their lend-lease. I don't care. We'll make it just fine. Modify government. What can we do? Chief of Navy. Let's get the guy who does, I don't know, base control doctrine? Sure, whatever. We don't have much of a navy to begin with, so it's whatever. And the French national workers' state is still struggling in its war against the German Empire. Meanwhile, the Union of Britain is facing a naval invasion from Germany, who sadly did not capture a port. Judging by their landing spots, I assume they wanted to take Newcastle, but that just didn't work out. And now in the focus tree, let's complete. What can we do here? Where's our army part of the focus tree? Let's do combined arms to get a land doctrine research bonus, because why not? We did everything we could really do that's practical relating to industry. Keep pushing here. Can we take this city? Okay, we did take it. What is left for Russia? They need 20% or less. Well, 20% or less, I mean, that's obvious, but they now have only 37% of their victory points under their control. Let's have this unit move down toward Yekaterinburg. Going to be a long march for these Polish infantry units, but they are going to approach the city there. And why is there Hungarian divisions here? What in the world is going on? That's strange. I mean, they have military access with us to Hungarians too, but they're just, I don't know. Hungary is not part of the Reichspakt either. They're just an independent country. We've been helping out ever since they broke away from Austria, who we got on the side of the German Empire of to invade Austria for us. So far in this playthrough, Poland has existed. We elected the Piast king here, Paul Salvatore Riedelski-Piast. There's a peace treaty there. Iran and the Ottoman Empire. Okay, that happened. So this election we had a king come to power. Then Hungary wanted our help to rebel against Austria. We obliged, and then we joined the Reichspakt, and the Reichspakt, led by the mighty German Kaiser, destroyed the Austrian Empire for us, and we got a little bit of land out of that. Now, with that backstory out of the way, I've already explained current events. Essentially, we're just stuck fighting the Moscow Accord and a bunch of different Chinese factions, which may or may not include the Chinese Emperor, the Qing Emperor here, and Genghis Khan II. So Poland's got to fight both of these countries. It's a very big mess. And how is Deutsche Ostasia doing? They're surviving. They're doing better than Burma. Burma got into a conflict with the Bharatiya Commune, which, as you can tell, it's not going too well. They're really struggling there. They are definitely struggling. Meanwhile, yeah, just not pretty. Fall of Mexico City. Let me check on the status of the Mexican Civil War. Okay, so... No, wait. So... Did they just... I guess the Civil War is over, or what? They are... I think they... No, that's the Italian Federation. They're part of the International. Sultanate of Egypt declared war on the German Empire. Why? Sultanate of Egypt wants to fight Germany. I'm not getting involved in that. Fall of Lisbon. But why would you do that? They want the Suez Canal. That's probably why the Sultanate of Egypt got into the war. So the Cairo Axis is going to take on the Reichspakt now. The Reichspakt is already fighting. Let me see here. The Third International. That's one faction. Moscow Accord. That's two. The Cairo Axis. That's three at this point. The Brotherhood of Eurasia. That's 4, and the Chinese United Front, that's 5. Also, I think... Okay, so... I thought the Bharatiya Commune would have had a faction, but they don't. They're also led by Gandhi. So here we have some Lend-Lease from Hungary. Thank you, Hungary. Lend-Lease from the Fangtian government. Thank you for the Shenyang Type 38s. We will use those. Thank you. So, Finland's doing their thing. Not making much progress against the Russians there. But they are getting all this territory for some reason. Can we just keep asking for it? We fought for it now. Come on, be generous. We fought for it. We died for it. That's one more state now occupied by us. Great, so I guess we could ask the Finns once again for more land. And here is a military factory. Keep pushing forward. Why do they just keep taking the front lines? We fought for everything. Let's have this here, Perm. Why do they have Perm? Whatever. Let's request more territory. This occupation stuff is really getting to us, though. Even though I gotta keep asking for control from the Finns. They said no to that. Okay, whatever. You gotta deal with fighting the Russians on your own, then. We're trying to get to their capital over the Ural Mountains at this point. The northern Urals, we gotta cross those. The southern Ural Mountains, gotta get through that area. Fun. Very fun. Let's cut off these soldiers here with the Second Army and just contain the Russian military. Or never mind, that ain't going to work. That isn't going to work. We're getting close to doing it, though. I will say that. Push here and accomplish it. Tie down these guys. What do you do? Tie down... No, attack them. Tie them down. As long as we can just get the encirclement established. I mean, it's going to be kind of an encirclement. They just won't be able to use those soldiers anymore. Just keep them contained. That's all you got to do. Contain... Oh, forget this. Just push the militia. Push the militia, tie them down. We have more modern airplanes now. Doctrines available. And advanced fire bases, unlock that. Combined arms is nearly done. The focus is, let's make more advanced fighters. Good. So that's more advanced fighters for Poland. Just keep the advance up. Don't stop driving forward. We're probably going to get a bunch of puppets out of this war. And there we go. Whatever's left of the Russian army here is now stuck. That is brutal. They are left low supply. Yeah, they're trapped there. That's a whole Russian army on its own. We also, yeah, they're gone. This Russian tank division is going to be destroyed too by these Ukrainian troops with the aid of our Polish units, probably. That is bad for Russia. They're just stuck in, what is this here? I guess Krimikia. They're stuck in this area. That is a very sad day for the Russian Empire's military. Look at all these divisions. That's like at least what, 1/3 of the Russian military, probably. I had to check. So here's some close air support. Research that. Actually, no. Get more advanced tactical bombers, because that's what our Air Force primarily uses at this point. Can we just drive onto Ekaterinburg, get it done, push onto the capital, even though the front lines will be a mess. But that is, let me check we have an infantry division here. Lovely. Go to Army 3. Let me just check honestly. So, let me check. The war casualties, Russia has taken 2.11 million. They have 83 to 92 divisions. So, just looking at this at a glance, approximately that's 3... Oh, yeah, that's... I want to say at least 25 to 30 divisions are just going to be gone here. At least 20 divisions, approximately. So that's going to be a huge amount of the Russian military just stuck in this pocket on the... What is this here? The sea here. The Caspian Sea. Is that right? Maybe it is. Let me check. Yeah, the Caspian Sea. They're just stuck there. So that's going to be the end of the Russian military there. We're going to take this city. We've captured it. What's left for the Russian army to fight on? What cities do they have left? We've taken nearly everything. What is left for us to capture? Finland, give us more stuff. We fought for everything. Why do you get it all? Ask for control of state. We want it. Give us Perm. They said yes. We occupy Perm now. Lovely. So what is left for Russia to fight in? They are at 26% or less of victory points. Well, they're at 26% of their victory points. They need 20% or less. They're getting close to falling. Other capitals up here. Okay, so in the focus tree, let's research import foreign rifles. I mean, in the focus tree, do that focus. Now let's start making more planes, more tactical bombers. Here's some non-aggression pact offers. Also, war invites. I say no. Combat unit destruction. Get that. I'm hoping to make Russia into a puppet of Poland ultimately. If that's that is my grand strategy here. Keep taking all these cities we can. We got to move into Central Asia now. Just take everything down here. Advance forward. We have Perm under our control. Good. Can we get this here? Ust-Sovisk, I can't pronounce it. Finland. Ask for control of state. Hand it over. Give it. They said yes, so this is now going to be, well, it was, but whatever. Just keep pushing forward. What is the war score overall? Let me check. So, Russian-German war, 77% of the fighting's been done by... we've done 54% of the fighting. Finland has done 4%. Who's done the most besides us? Ukraine has. Okay, I figured. And that means when the peace treaty arrives from the Moscow Accord, the Kingdom of Poland and its Piast king, he claims to be a Piast member of the Piast dynasty, we will have the lion's share of the spoils of victory. We just got to keep pushing forward and taking all of these cities. This is brutal. I cannot get over this encirclement. I mean, they're not technically encircled. They will be soon. Let's make sure they don't escape. Pin them down, though. Pin them down. Don't let them get out. That's like 6 divisions. They're gone. Look at those divisions just disappear. They're gone. They're just going to disappear. Helmet just go poof. Oh, that's beautiful. That is one of the best things to see in Hearthstone 4. Nothing's more fun than a good encirclement in this game. I will say that much. And are these troops trapped here yet? I don't think they are. Not this time. Just keep advancing, though. Can we get more land from Finland? Come on, Finland. You know how this works. Ask for control of state. Give us this here. The Northern Urals. Follow Madrid. Okay. They gave us the Northern Urals. Thank you, Finland. And we now control the bulk of the front lines in Russia. Well, against the Russian Empire. So this is a very... Well, this is looking pretty grand for the Kingdom of Poland, isn't it? Poland and it's what? It's 57 divisions. Wow. It's just brutal for Russia, isn't it? Keep pushing here. Take this city of Chelyabinsk. I hope that's enough to just get us to win this war. We just got to keep taking cities wherever we go. That's all we can really do. There's some White Ruthenian division on this front line. Take this city here. That's captured. Let me check the war score now. What is keeping... I mean, the war statistics. Russian Empire. They need like 20%. Well, they're at 24. And this encirclement's over. Those Russian divisions are annihilated. I gotta redo the front line, don't I? What is it? The Russian Empire is at 24% of their victory points remaining. They have 24% remaining. They lose 20% or less. They have 20% or less. They will be forced to capitulate. So let's make sure that happens. So let's push onward for Poland. We've taken Moscow, Yekaterinburg, St. Petersburg, so many cities. But we aren't done yet. We gotta just beat the Finns up here. who are getting pretty close to winning, I would say, since they're mainly now just focusing on whatever Russia has up there, I would say. The Transylvanian Republic is now fighting the Russian Empire. That's a little late, don't you think? That's just a tad bit late to the party. Yeah, they don't even have a faction on their side. That's absurd. Keep pushing here, though. Take all of Central Asia for Poland. So we're going to move in there. Free military factories, get some more support equipment. We need more guns also. How's the deficit for weapons looking? Not as bad as it was. We're getting a lot of Lend-Lease now, so that's good. Connect our front lines here. Try to take out this very beaten and battered Russian armored division. Finland, you know how this works. More land. Please. Give us this. Where is it at? I gotta look here. That is not it. This is it? Maybe. Is this it? Whatever, just hand it over. They said no. Whatever, Finland. You do you. Let's just keep advancing into Russia, though. We gotta take all these cities. And this place is 1 victory point, 1. That's 5, so let's go for that then. Take these cities here in Central Asia and what was the Khanate of Khiva. It did belong to that country at one point. And now let's research Engineer Company 2, the support company. Get an upgrade there for our units who use engineer companies. That's done now. How's resistance looking? Pretty brutal, but to be fair, we're not going to really be affected by resistance after we're done with our wars. And right now, extensive conscription will be changed to service by requirement. We just need more manpower. We do need more manpower. That would be very much ideal. Come on, we just got to keep pushing forward. What is left in Russia for us to take? What is left? Like, what cities do we need to take here? I mean, yeah, Murmansk is all the way up here. Finland, check. Somebody can get that. We're just getting everything else. Take this city here, move forward. Take Kochetov, capture that in Akhmelnytsk. Also capture this city here, right on the front line. And that's going to be worth something, I assume. Take Omsk. It's up here, 3 victory points. And, I mean, 3, yeah. So take this city also, that is 2 victory points. Let me check. Russian Empire, they're done. It's over. This war is basically over. And that is over with. So what we're going to do is take as much land as possible from, say, all the countries in the Balkans. Well, actually, let's focus majority on Russia. Especially up here. Take all of this. Not too worried about Finland. So do all this now. Keep taking as much of Russia as we want. And we occupy all of the Balkans. Well, most of the Balkan members of the Moscow Accord, so I'm not too worried about that. I am worried about a bunch of our allies taking territory from the now beaten Russian Empire. So I want to make sure we get everything we want here, and so that we have the most legitimacy when it comes to establishing a Russian puppet state for Poland. So capture all this territory. Come on, take all of this. This peace conference is going to take some time. Can I just take all states? Is that an option? I mean, I know it is, but can we afford to do it? Maybe. I don't think we could, though. Ukraine has too much war score. Although, considering how we're doing the front lines here, I don't think Ukraine's going to have much of a say in the matter. Take this place. Or not. Can we intern? Intern. And now let's continue on our spree of taking more of Russia. What is Ukraine going to take, I wonder? Did anybody do anything besides us? Oh, they took Bessarabia. Oh, they're taking part of Romania. I can notice that now. Whatever. As long as we get Russia, I'm happy. We can get Romania also, but we're mostly worried about taking all of Russia. So let's end turn again. And let's just contain all this up here for us. Capture all this. Make sure Transamir doesn't get anything. We need a front line with the Genghis Khan, well, the Great Mongol Empire here. We do want that. So take all this. Now let's turn our attention to Romania and stop the Ukrainians from taking all of our spoils here. They spent a lot of their war score on taking those states, didn't they? Take all of this, though. Let's end turn. And in the next turn, we're going to probably take over all of Bulgaria. That's done. Take all of Bulgaria, which we occupied a majority of anyway. Let's end turn once again. Should we do that? Sweden has a lot of war score. They can just have Norway. I don't care. If Norway's still around, well, if their territory is still up for grabs by the time we're done with everything else, we will go after Norway. Can we get more Bulgaria, please? In turn. So take all of this. And in turn. Pass. And now we have a ridiculous amount of war score. So let's take the rest. Take all of Bulgaria. All of Bulgaria and all of Serbia. That's the plan for us, or I thought it was. I think the Hungarians occupied some territory. That's why it's a little hard to take it absolutely all of it. So just take this for now, in turn. So take what's left of Serbia's territory, or not. Who has more war score than us? In turn. Pass. Take all of this. Now let's take whatever's left of the Russian Empire. Did all of Norway get captured? Yes, it did. Let's take that island up here, though. Or no, just let the Swedes have it. Take all of Russia. Take all states. Or take most of the states. Get this done. Take Perm, all these cities. We're going to have the Russian Empire all to ourselves. Essentially. It's looking more and more like that. Take all of this. Just take it all for Poland. Poland is going to... Russia is going to belong to Poland. In turn. Or no. Just keep going. Take all of it. Do we let Central Asia go free? I don't know. I mean, Russia does have cores on it. I'm not sure if we even get an option to free a lot of the countries in Central Asia. I'm considering it. Although a more united puppet would be more beneficial for us to have more resources. Well, a more powerful puppet, I would say. So I may just let Russia keep it in turn. And we're done. Yeah, we're finished. I am going to just take... Actually, no, the Swedes can have this island. Let's hit done, though. This peace conference for the Moscow Accord is over. The German Empire didn't get anything because they weren't really involved. It was mostly... Poland got the lion's share, as stated earlier. This was expected to happen, but let's hit done. This is over. Now, let's take the entirety of the Polish army and move it into Mongolia. So Mongolian cavalry is going to have to face off with Polish cavalry. I gotta get the front line redone, don't I? Yes, I do. That is awkward. What's the best front line option here? No. Okay, I think this is it. So we have 3 armies going to move into Mongolia. If I don't get... Stop getting stuck on impassable regions. They're so annoying. I wish front lines could just go through them. It's annoying. Push here. Take all of Mongolia. Then we got to deal with other Chinese warlords for the Reichspakt, especially for Burma. We're mainly just here for Burma. They got us into all these wars. Doctrines available. Land doctrine. Let's unlock shock and awe. And now we're done with our... We're finished with our land doctrine tree. Let's unpause. Just waiting for the events to pop up. It should take a day. There we are, I think. No, we gotta wait. Just wait. Give it one more day or less. I'm just waiting for the decision notification to pop up. Come on. Come on, any second now. Just wait. The 23rd, we'll be on the 23rd. We just gotta move into Mongolia. Okay, there we are. We gotta be fast and furious here. Fate of Russia. Liberate the core Russian territories. All of her lands. So, the Russian Empire is just going to be one big puppet for Poland. Some very big border changes have happened, and now we have the Russian Empire right here. Who leads it? They have the Senate. Well, I mean, we are a social democrat in terms of ideology, so it makes sense we'll have a Russian Republic come back. So no more Russian Empire, but it does serve Poland ultimately. And let's get the army over here again. We got to make a new front line, because that, I guess, the country being established undid our front line. Let's call this country to arms. Call to arms. Come on. Are they involved? Yes, we're just going to make a new front line. Whatever, let's invade Mongolia. Now, fate of Central Asia. Established. Can we do something here? Give it to our Russian allies. Yeah, we'll just do that. We just wanted a powerful Russia. We don't necessarily need a lot of Central Asian states for Poland's sake. The fate of Romania. Liberate Romania in its entirety. Now, fate of Bulgaria, who will be a puppet of Poland. We must liberate them. and Serbia. So the what is it? The Moscow Accord has been carved up, and now we have Social Democrat Romania as our puppet, Social Democrat Bulgaria, Social Democrat Serbia. All the monarchs are still here, I will say that, so that's interesting. They now just serve the King of Poland, though. The King of Romania, the Tsar of Bulgaria, the King of Romania, and the King of Serbia now just serve Poland. And we'll probably have some events about giving different states their territory or something like that. We'll handle that later. That won't be too big of an issue, I hope. Our manpower is going to come back more because we don't have to worry about occupying a large swath of Europe at this point. So let's now advance into Mongolia. Where's our Air Force? Here's some events. Fate of Astrakhan. Let's make Komikia into a puppet state. Okay, and just go to Russia, actually. Never mind. Russia can have it. Macedonia. Give it to... Who's more powerful here? Let's give it to Serbia. Let's give Kosovo to Serbia. Dobroja. Give it to... Split it. We just split that territory there between Poland and Romania. Romania and Bulgaria. They're both our puppets. What's this territory here? A small state of Pyrote. What do we do with this? Give it to Bulgaria. I think it's fair considering that the Serbians did not get Serbia did not get any. They got Macedonia, but Bulgaria didn't. Also, does no one have cores on this territory? Do we give it to Montenegro? I don't know. Montenegro could use it. National focus, not set. Let's now start doing... I don't know, let's complete the new Polish rifle. Do that focus. Let's push into... I'm going to at least defeat the Brotherhood of Eurasia. I will do that. And the thing is about the Brotherhood of Eurasia and Genghis Khan II here is that he is the leader of the faction. So if we beat him, that's going to be mission accomplished for protecting Burma, I suppose. Well, except for the Bharatiya Kami. They're on their own with that. I'm not involved in that war at all. I don't plan to get involved. Non-aggression pact offer from Japan. Don't respond. Just move into Mongolia. The Polish invasion of Mongolia is underway. We just got to get to all their cities like Urga. Also take it to Kumal Khanate here. Any more events I got to worry about? I guess not. Return Ukrainian lands. Sure. What Ukrainian lands? Yes, return all of them. That's done. I got this territory here. Bulgarian lands. What Bulgarian territory? Take it. They got... I don't know what they got. And I bet return Romanian lands will be about this territory here we chose to occupy. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that at all. And I'm proud of Poland. Its Piast king has at this point, it now controls 5 puppets, including the massive Russian Republic. So, proud days for Poland, I guess. And how is the Belgian occupation of Iceland faring? They are having more troubles now, it looks like, because the Third International has moved some units into the capital of the Union of Iceland, but they did make some progress. And where is the army of Genghis Khan II? It's not here. I guess they're too busy fighting the Chinese, I don't know. Can we execute this more aggressively, please? Never mind, forget it. They're just very spread out. I think the Great Mongol Empire are fighting here. They're also going to have to... They're fighting in Burma. They're fighting East Turkestan also, so they're not really ready to fight this huge offensive from Poland, Germany, and Ukraine pouring over their border from what was the Russian Empire. It's just not something Genghis Khan II is ready to deal with. Just defeat them, though. Move on their capital. What are you doing? Take their capital. What do they even have left once we take their capital? I really don't know. Like, what cities do we have to capture? We'll deal with it. We'll just capture whatever we come across. Move our cavalry here. Send one cavalry division to Turpan, another one to Daihua, whatever. Just capture it. Get every city you can see. That's controlled by Genghis Khan II. And there is some Mongolian divisions here, but they're going to be very easily repelled and just pushed aside by our huge numbers as we flood into the country. And let's move our entire Air Force over to Mongolia. The Polish Air Force is going to Outer Mongolia. So let's just start deploying our planes. Also, add new air wing. Get some close air support. These are all Romanian close air support aircraft, I believe. Can we get 100 of these planes up in the air? please. There we go. I think these are also some Russian close air support also. Get these deployed and put them in where? Put them here. Deploy there, do close air support missions. All you need to do. Just defeat the Mongolians. Poland has to stop Mongolia from expanding. It's down to us. Take their capital. Germany wants to call us into a war. I say I don't care. Serbia crowns King Alexander II. Good for him. He's a puppet of a puppet of Poland. So all is well in the world. I mean, for Poland it is. I'm not so sure if the Serbians are happy about being Polish puppets, but that's just how everything worked out. And we have some awkward land borders here, but I can live with this. I can just occupy this forever. We don't have as bad of a weapons deficit anymore. As you can tell, we have 72,000 weapons in storage. A lot of this stuff is from, I believe, from the Russians. I'm thinking it is. A lot of it. Let me check. Does it say? I don't think it does. I am not sure. But we just have a lot of stuff, I believe, from Russia. And stuff from maybe that got Lend-Lease from the Socialist Republic of Italy. They got some M1 Garands here also. Wow. Whatever. Just keep pushing forward. Take every enemy city of importance. Take the capital of the enemy. What do we have to take after this, I wonder? Mongolia is going to fall. He does have some core states down here, though. So we will have to probably move into whatever cities down here into... We will have to probably take some cities in, say, eastern China, I'm thinking? No, western China. What am I saying? Keep pushing here. Move forward. Where's the capital now? Move on to the next capital, then. Where's the capital? Where's the capital of the Mongol Empire? We need it. We want it. Just have the First Army start an all-out offensive. Push all the way down to their most southern border. I don't care. Push forward. Take every city. Any and all cities controlled by the Mongol Empire. Defeat them wherever we can. Let me check the war score. Mongol Empire is already pretty close to defeat. 35% or less. They need to just... They are going to lose a few more cities and they're done. Here's their capital, by the way. It's right over here. Just capture that and it's over. I'm hoping it's over. We'll see. And we're very much down that huge amount of factories we had prior to this war. I mean, while we're very much reduced in terms of factory size, we don't have as many factories as we did when we were at war with the Russian Empire. I mean, it's probably because we're not occupying as much territory as we used to, but it is what it is. Take this territory here. How many factories are we down? We went from having like 95 or 96, now we're down to 57, which isn't bad, but it's like a big reduction, I would say. And in our focus tree, let's do integrated infantry tactics to get more army experience. Good. Come on, take the Mongolian backup capital. We had some units getting circled. Why? How? They just did. Terrible. Terrible news there. Just take whatever cities still belong to the Mongolians. We're going to capture them for Poland. And ultimately, our plan here is to make... The grand strategy is to make all of the Brotherhood of Eurasia into puppets of Poland. Or at least Mongolia. I can live with that. Can we take their capital, please? Just get to their capital. Get to the capital. There's a big peace conference. The Cairo Axis got carved up. The German Empire, I guess, naval invaded them. And Egypt was the leader of that faction. Here's some Lend-Lease from Korea. A lot of Lend-Lease. Lend-Lease from the Czech Republic. Lend-Lease from the Russian Democratic Federation, I believe. Siam, thank you. Belgium, thank you. I guess Belgium has time to send us equipment when they're not busy invading Iceland. So let's defeat whatever's left of the Mongol Empire here. Get this done. We occupy a lot of their territory. Keep advancing forward. Take every city of value. Come on. There's that city gone. Take this place here in Daihua. And we're helping out East Turkestan here effectively because we're taking all these cities. Focus the entire army group of Poland on the capital of Mongolia now, whatever capital this is. Move this unit forward and just take this city, though. Let me check the war score. Belgium canceled their Lend-Lease. Okay, that's unfortunate, but we can live with that. Now, what can we do? Let's make some more rifles. We'll get weapon upgrades. Let me go to the war summary. It's over. It has to be over. The Brotherhood of Eurasia is beaten, essentially. It has to be over. Like, what is left of the Brotherhood of Eurasia? We just also got our huge front line cut off by East Turkestan for some reason. Where's the peace treaty? Give me the peace treaty. Show it to me. Burma, we saved you, essentially. Give me my peace treaty. And do they still have units down here? I guess they do. I'm just waiting for the... Do they still... What in the world keeps them alive? Do they need to lose absolutely everything? It's over. Where's the peace conference? I'm confused. Give me my peace conference, or I'll find some way to make peace. I'll do it. I'm waiting here. Do we have military access with East Turkestan? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know what the deal is there. What is keeping the Brotherhood of Eurasia alive? They're dead. They're done for. They capitulated. What is keeping them active? The faction should be gone. They're gone out of Tibet. We gotta defeat Tibet? Okay, forget this. I'm just gonna use some, how to say, Polish magic to instantly end all the conflicts we're involved in China, because honestly, we had nothing to do with these conflicts at all, and I blame Burma. The spell has been cast, and suddenly none of our adversaries want to fight us anymore. But with that said, let's go to our subject list to get an idea of all of our victories in this playthrough. We have Bulgaria, Romania, the Russian Republic, and Serbia. First off, those four, they were all members of the Moscow Accord, and when that faction fell, they all became puppets of the Kingdom of Poland. The most impressive here, due to its size alone and its status as a major power, is the Russian Republic, because, yeah, well, it's a puppet of the Kingdom of Poland now. That is just what has happened. And the most peculiar one, I would say, is Alaska, because what happened with Alaska is that originally it was the Principality of Liechtenstein, Alaska, and it was a member of the Austrian Empire's faction. But when they fell, they had Liechtenstein under their control, because it was Liechtenstein, Alaska, but obviously we made them into a puppet, and that means Alaska, instead of Liechtenstein, you have Alaska controlling Liechtenstein, which is quite a odd sight, I will say. That is something else for sure. And I think I'm going to end this playthrough for Kaiserredux here, this Kingdom of Poland PS Path playthrough. You can check out Kaiserredux in the video description. The link to the mod is there. Thank you for watching this series. Thank you to everyone who leaves the comments. I do read all of those. Again, thank you everyone for watching this series. And if you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoyed this playthrough overall, make sure to like and subscribe.